All right, guys, I wanted to cover how Canvas works for those of you who are not familiar with it. At this point, you guys should all have been logged in. Hopefully, we're all able to figure it out. If you're accessing this, that means you're able to log in. Okay, so on this main homepage, I'll always have it set up this way where bell ringers will always be on the top. Okay, right now there's none, but if there were and I click this drop down, it would allow me to see which ones were available. Okay, and so I'll always use that. The date will be what the bell ringer is. Okay, and it will always be the date from the A day. All right, so if A day was on 1/6, right, January 6th, but you have class on B day on 1/7, it's usually pretty easy. You just go one day before, right? So like if you have class on 1/7, but you're on B day, then that means it would be 1/6. Or if you had class, let's say A day was on Friday, then you just have to go back a couple days. Okay, but that's how you keep track of your bell ringers. And then I will have it set up where each week has content in it. Okay, so right now, this is the only content that's in because I'm in the middle of creating this course. But you can see these are the different assignments you guys would have to do. It'll also have like test names and file pages and things like that. But that's how you can keep track of your assignments is by week. Okay, and it has the date on there. So if you know that you're going to miss week 3 to 3 or February 3rd to February 5th or 7th, then you don't even need to check in with me to see what you're going to miss, right? You can just click and see what you're supposed to be doing. That being said, this class I'm setting up is self-paced. Okay, so I'm going to put due dates on, but those due dates are just to kind of keep you on pace. Okay, so like to know where you should be at if you're keeping on pace with everyone. But I allow you guys to go as fast as you want or as slow as you want. That being said, like you need to make sure that you finish everything before the end of the quarter. Okay, so I'll put on a little notification when the end of the quarter is. That way you it doesn't catch you by surprise. But you can go as fast or as slow as you want as long as you're getting it done before the end of the quarter for third and fourth quarter. Okay. On the left-hand side, you can also click on assignments. A lot of people get confused though when they go on assignments because it shows everything. And sometimes there's assignments on there that you don't have to do, right? Like right here, you don't have to do Mortal Code Combat. So don't know why that's even popped up on there. So it's easier to keep track on home on our modules. Okay. Other things that is very beneficial on here are grades. When you click on grades, you can actually do what if scenarios. Okay. So it won't help us much right now, but I can click on here and I can put what if. Okay. And then it shows me, it'll automatically update my grade. Okay, so let's say I know that I'm gonna get 100 on that, and then I only get 0. Let's say I don't want to do that one. It'll automatically update this right-hand side. And then if I want to revert back to the original score for just one assignment, I'd have to click on the backwards arrow next to the score that I want to revert back. Okay, so it'll revert that back to 0. Or if I want to revert all of them, there's an option usually over here that lets you. Again, right now it's a little bit different because the quarter hasn't started yet, but you would be able to use that. And that's very beneficial for you guys to kind of be strategic and see what will affect your grade the most. Okay, so it's very transparent and very easy for you to see how to get your grade up. And then the other thing you guys will use quite a bit is this Nearpod. So when you click on Nearpod, you'll just have to log in. I'll give you guys a code, and then when you put in the code, it will allow you to see the lecture, and then you can kind of use that to help you get instruction right when let's say I'm not available. Let's say there's a sub, or again, since this is self-paced, maybe you just want to come in at a different time when I'm not available, but you still have access to a computer. You're going to be able to have access to all my different lectures and whatnot. So that way you guys can learn and kind of take responsibility for your own learning. And then when you have questions that I'm not able to answer through the Nearpod, then that's a good time where you can get one-on-one instruction with me because I'll have a lot more free time because of the self-paced class. So again, that's Canvas. Hopefully that helps you out with everything.